Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher. Welcome to Not Perfect Zen and another holiday edition. Today, I want to show you a few more ideas for snowflakes that you could put on a card. And I'm grateful always for Zentangle, for so many ideas that are shared by other talented artists, and that we can find these easily in Facebook and Instagram and online. And I have a playlist put together for the holiday type cards. So if you're interested in some other ideas, I have taught some other snowflake patterns in the past, and these are three that are new to me, except for Splish. I taught this one on another card, but I'm going to show you these two today. And then this one is Snag by Jem Miller, Stella by Jana Rogers, CZT, and Splish by Beth Snoderly, and she is also a CZT. Okay, so haven't planned exactly how I'm going to put these on the card, but I do have a card that is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. It's simply cardstock that is folded in half. I happen to have a supply of these, so I'm using them. I'm going to be using, this is a Micron 03, just happened to be what I grabbed. You can do it in any color that you would like. Be using a blending stump and a graphite pencil, possibly an eraser, because I am also going to make some little circles on my page. This happens to be a top that came off of a medicine type bottle, and I just hang on to anything that looks like it's small. If you don't have a circle maker, then take the lid off of an old bottle or something like that, and you can use it that way. All right, let's start with Snag. And I believe in the step out, she has 6 of these points. But I find it a lot easier to draw these if I'm doing at least 8. So just easier to divide it up. So let's just find a spot on the page, and I'm going to very lightly draw a circle. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and get my pen. I haven't tried this in in green or red. My idea on these snowflakes is that you can use these to send to anyone, whether they celebrate Christmas or not. This is just a winter type card that you could easily do. So I'm going to divide it in half, and then I'm going to divide it again, and we'll end up with 8 sections. 8 lines. Okay, so this is just very simply, you're going to make a little twirl there and come back down. So we're going to come out, make a little loop, and come back down. Let me see if I can fix my lighting a little better. So here we go. We're going to do a loop and then go down to the center. Do the same thing on this side and go down. All right, so we're going to go around this whole thing doing that same little curve, a loop, and a straight line down to the center. Okay. Curve, loop, and a line. And then we just continue going around with that same pattern. You could alternately make these a little bit shorter. Okay. Keep turning your tile or your card. That makes it a lot easier on your hand. Okay. And then, just like I did on this one, I'm going to color in every other one. Going a little bit fast. I don't want you to have to watch me color for too long. But when you're coloring something in, just take your time and enjoy that part of the process. Okay. I didn't color these in. All right. So now these two, so that I'm doing every other one. I think this pen is struggling, so I may need to get me a different one. But I'll also come back and fill in a little more detail as needed. Okay, so there's our first one. And after this has dried nicely, I will come back and erase those pencil marks. Okay, so I have switched to a Micron 01. And I'm struggling with getting my lighting to be good, but hopefully that's okay. All right, so I have my little circle maker again, and I'm just doing these randomly. And I'm just doing a very light circle. And let's do this version of Splish. Like I say, on another video, I have this, but this is the actual original pattern that she did, and then these two are variations. And these start in the center with a diamond shape. Okay. And then at the end of each of these points, we're going to put circles. And in between these, put 2 more circles. All right. And then I'll set this here so you can see what I'm trying to do. So you're basically going to make 2 curved lines. And I'm taking mine up to that point of the circle. I'm going to turn and do 2 more. Okay. So on this next step, you can make these come all the way out to the edge of the circle, or you can make them shorter. Okay, I'm going to make mine a little bit shorter. So on these ones that are in between, we do the same curves, but we're not going to the edge of the circle. Okay, so that's the first step that she does. And then next, for each of these ends, we're just gonna connect and make that a little bit darker. And then we're gonna put a little dot. So add your first line, make it a little bit heavier, and then put a little dot. This could be really pretty done in white, jelly roll on black cardstock, or you could try metallic jelly roll pins on any of these. All right, so we just continue to make these little curved lines at the end, then add little dots. Okay, and then you can do whatever you like inside of these. In Beth's example, she does what's called stippling. So just very tiny dots that are like shading, okay? But it's just little dots. So I really liked how that looked. Just here on the edge. Okay, and then inside, I'm just going to put little dots that kind of line up with those orbs that we added. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fill these in. Okay, so that is another version of Splish. And let's just go ahead and do that one also. And I'm just going to keep these in the same size. Okay, so on this one, we have that diamond shape again, but the dots are not connected to the diamond, and then there's little loops on each one. So we'll start with our diamond in the center. And if it's not exactly in the center, that's okay. And here we're going to put our little dots or orbs all the way around. And then we're going to put little loops. And I'm just going to have that loop go to the edge of the circle that we put as a guide. And I'm turning my tile, my card, as I go around. Okay. And then we're going to put orbs in between. I'm going to go ahead and fill these in. I believe that's how she had her example. All right, so there's our second one. I think on the center of this diamond, I will aura that a couple of times. How about that? All right, so now I'm going to do Stella by Jana Rogers. And again, I'm going to start with a guide. Okay. And this one is going to have 12 dots going around it as guides. And so that makes it like the face of a clock, makes it a little bit easier to figure out where to put your dots. So I'm going to start with the top and bottom. So there's 12 and 6. I'm going to turn it. There's 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then we just need to estimate where to put our other dots. So just 2 in between those others. Okay, I'm going to back out just a tiny bit. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make these lines that go down to the center. And I want to have my dots a nice size. They don't have to be huge. All right, so let's start here. Oh, we do need a center dot. So I'm estimating about right there. Okay, so kind of like with Huggins and some other patterns that we do, we're going to do what's called take off and land. So we're going to take off, curve down, and land. So we're coming off that, take off, and land down there. Okay, we're going to go over, skip one, and do that again. So we're going to curve and come down, a curve and come down. And you can see that these are not exactly the same width. Doesn't matter. Curve off of this one, come down the center. So again, we're alternating. Skip over. Okay. So now we're going to go from the inside on each of these. And we're just going to make a curve up, come back under. Okay. So to the inside again, we're going to curve up, come back under that one. We're alternating, curve up, come back down. We're going to curve up. Just keep going around. Okay. So now we have points on each of those. So we have done these. Now we're going to put little caps on the ones that are left. So we're going to come around, go up, and come back down. Around, make a little peak, come back down. Okay, one more. Okay, so that is Stella. Okay, so now I have a kneaded eraser, and I do better with mine if it's on a long. I'm going to go back and erase those circles. Again, try doing them very lightly so that they're easy to erase. And you could add as many of these as you like. You could add some other snowflake patterns. One of the easiest ones to add is a filler. Well, there's two of them from Zentangle that are really easy if you would like to fill some spaces in. One is Ah by Zentangle, and the other one is Therefore. And we'll just add a couple of Ah. With Ah, we just imagine a little center part like that. And then we're just going to put lines on each side. With a little orb at the end. And we're just going to do these freehand. I'm not worried about using the app to make a perfect circle. Okay, now that we have those, I'm going to put some small ones in between. Okay, so that's Ah. Let's put another one down here in this corner. And having the little orb there is just a reminder to me that I want to leave that space open. And in one of my last videos, I showed several different variations of Ah. I know some of you guys are definitely digging out of snow this time of year. One of the things I'm grateful for is being where it's warm. I suppose if I had to, I could adapt, but I don't want to. I like being warm. Okay, so there's Ah on there a couple of times. And therefore is another Zentangle pattern. And that one is just 3 dots. So dot, dot, dot. So just anywhere along here. Just 3 dots wherever you feel like you need to add something in these open spaces. And again, you could do these with your metallic jelly roll pens. And I'm just going to random places, adding a few dots. I'm going to back out just a tiny bit more. And there's our card. Simple and fun. Let's add a little bit of shading. So on this one, I'm going to put a little bit of graphite on these, just every other line. So where these points are coming in, that was kind of hard to see, but where these are coming in to the center, okay, maybe that helps. That's where I'm putting this little bit of graphite. Okay. Oh, and this one. And then just soften that. Helps give just a little bit of dimension to this pattern. It makes it look like some of these petals or leaves are going under the other part of the leaves. Okay. Let's put a little bit at the bottom of these. And then just soften that on the very bottom of it. We're going to leave it white at the top. All right. And for the ah, I'm just going to put a little bit of graphite around that center point. And then I'm just going to soften that out. And again, you could put as many of these on here as you like in different sizes. All right, there you go. So we had Snag, 2 versions of Splish, and Stella. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, I hope that you will. And share, leave comments. I love reading your comments, and I try to always respond to comments. I hope that this is a wonderful holiday season for you, for whatever you celebrate now. And I'll see about finding something else to show you because I have some more cards to make. Thank you very much for joining me again, and I will see you next time. Bye.